A fever isn't just a random spike in body temperature, it's a calculated response triggered by your body to combat invaders. When your body detects a threat, be it bacteria or virus, it signals a cascade of immune responses. The surprising part, your body intentionally raises its core temperature. This creates a hostile environment for the intruders. Microorganisms often thrive at normal body temperatures around 37 degrees Celsius, but elevate that by a few degrees and many struggle to survive. Fever isn't an isolated event, it's a full-body alarm system activating defenses. It's your internal thermostat recalibrating for battle. The internal shift begins with pyrogens, signaling molecules released during an immune response. They communicate with your brain's hypothalamus, the control center for body temperature. Pyrogens essentially tell the hypothalamus to raise the thermostat setting. In 2015, research showed that this message travels via your bloodstream, quickly reaching the brain. This all starts when white blood cells encounter pathogens. They release pyrogens like interleukin-1. These pyrogens are like text messages, ensuring your brain gets the memo, increase the body heat. It's a sophisticated communication system aiming to destabilize the invaders. But how does your body physically increase its temperature? Your muscles begin to contract in tiny, rhythmic shivers. This muscle activity generates heat. Meanwhile, blood vessels near your skin constrict, reducing heat loss. This process, called vasoconstriction, draws blood away from the surface, keeping more heat inside. In a 2018 study, scientists found that these mechanisms can raise core temperature by 14 degrees Celsius. Your body essentially creates a mini greenhouse effect. This series of actions, all triggered by cellular signals, transforms your body into a temporary furnace. It's an elegant, multi-step process. One might wonder why fever, with all its discomfort, hasn't been evolutionarily discarded. As it turns out, a fever can significantly reduce infection duration. In 2009, a study published in the Journal of Infectious Diseases showed that mild fevers can enhance your immune system's efficiency. Higher temperatures accelerate the production of immune cells. These cells, like lymphocytes, are your body's soldiers. They proliferate faster under heat stress, ready to attack pathogens. Your body's temporary inconvenience is a strategic investment in survival. Fever is not a glitch but a calculated tactic honed over millennia. So what triggers this feverish response? Your body is equipped with pattern recognition receptors like toll-like receptors. They detect foreign signatures such as bacterial cell walls. These receptors are like sentinels, scanning constantly. Once they identify an invader, they activate your innate immune response. Cytokines, the signaling molecules, rush to alert your brain. This chain reaction starts before you even feel unwell. Your body's early warning system is astonishingly efficient. It's a precisely tuned network of detection and response, ensuring that when fever strikes, it's already part of a coordinated defense. Inside you, fever begins at the molecular level. Pyrogens bind to receptors on cells lining your brain's blood vessels. This interaction triggers the production of prostaglandin E2, a lipid compound that acts as a messenger. In 2011, studies highlighted prostaglandin E2's role in altering the hypothalamus temperature set point. This shift is what tells your body to generate and retain more heat. Prostaglandins are fascinating because they're not just fever inducers, they also play roles in pain and inflammation. This multitasking molecule is a critical component in fever's orchestration, linking cellular signals to physiological responses. Deep within your cells, heat shock proteins are at work. These proteins, named for their response to temperature increases, act as molecular chaperones. They stabilize other proteins that might denature at higher temperatures. In 2017, research demonstrated how these proteins help maintain cellular integrity during fever. As your temperature rises, heat shock proteins prevent cellular chaos. They're like emergency responders, ensuring proteins fold correctly and function. Without these proteins, fever could damage your cells. Their presence is a testament to your body's ability to adapt to stress. It's cellular resilience in action. White blood cells are your body's frontline defense. When fever strikes, neutrophils, a type of white blood cell, become hyperactive. They're drawn to infection sites by chemical signals called chemokines. In 2014, a breakthrough study found that fever speeds up this chemotaxis process. Neutrophils arrive faster, ready to engulf and digest bacteria. This aggressive response is enhanced by fever, ensuring pathogens are confronted swiftly. Inside you, millions of these cells are on a relentless patrol. The fever doesn't just slow the pathogens, it energizes your immune cells, turbocharging their pursuit. Another cellular player in fever response is the macrophage. These large white blood cells are phagocytes, meaning they consume pathogens. Fever accelerates their activity, increasing their pathogen clearance. In 2018, scientists observed that macrophages produce more reactive oxygen species during fever. These molecules are lethal to bacteria but safe within macrophages. It's a precise targeting system. Fever enhances this oxidative burst, maximizing the destruction of invading pathogens. This process shows how fever not only boosts immune cell numbers but also upgrades their arsenal. Your body is a battleground, with macrophages as key warriors. Inside your hypothalamus, fever's control center, neurotransmitters play a critical role. The release of prostaglandin E2 acts on neurons, altering their firing rate. This neuronal activity influences your body's thermostat. In 2020, a study revealed that these neurons adjust the balance between heat production and loss. They communicate with peripheral nerves, directing blood flow and muscle activity. This neural network ensures your heat-generating and conserving mechanisms are perfectly tuned. It's a remarkable integration of chemical, cellular, and neural signals. Your body is a symphony of responses orchestrated by the hypothalamus. When fever pushes its boundaries, reaching extreme heights, it becomes a double-edged sword. Hyperpyrexia, an exceptionally high fever over 41 degrees Celsius, can lead to dangerous outcomes. At these temperatures, proteins can denature, losing their functional shape. This can disrupt cellular processes and lead to organ failure. In rare cases like heat stroke or severe infections, hyperpyrexia reveals the delicate balance your body maintains. Fever's protective role flips, becoming a risk. Yet, even this state highlights your body's intention. It's an overzealous attempt to eliminate invaders. A fever's potential to harm underlines its power as a protective mechanism. Sometimes, fever can persist without an obvious cause, known as fever of unknown origin (FUO). This condition perplexes doctors and patients alike. It can last for weeks, resisting standard treatments. In 2019, studies showed that about 30% of FUO cases remain undiagnosed despite extensive testing. This reveals the complexity of your body's regulatory networks. It also underscores the interconnected nature of immune responses. Fever of unknown origin acts as a reminder of how much we still have to learn about your internal defenses. Your body is a puzzle, with fever occasionally leaving us without a clear solution. Fever's limits are tested in extreme environments like high altitude or blistering heat. In these conditions, your body's usual responses are stretched. At high altitudes, the reduced oxygen levels can compound fever effects, challenging your body's ability to regulate temperature. Similarly, in hot climates, where external temperatures already strain your cooling mechanisms, fever can exacerbate heat stress. Data from 2021 shows that these environments increase the risk of dehydration and cardiac strain. Fever in these contexts demonstrates the interplay between internal and external stressors. It's a testament to your body's resilience, operating at the edge of its capabilities. In rare genetic conditions like familial Mediterranean fever, fever becomes a chronic part of life. This hereditary disease causes recurrent high fevers and inflammation. It's linked to mutations in a gene responsible for regulating inflammation. Studies in 2018 identified these mutations as disruptors of normal immune signaling. The fever episodes can be debilitating, reflecting how precise genetic coding is crucial for immune regulation. Such conditions highlight the fragility of immune balance and how even minor genetic changes can reverberate through your system. Your body's fever response is a finely tuned dance between genes and environment. Here's a final twist: a fever can enhance vaccine effectiveness. Research in 2020 found that mild fever post-vaccination can amplify immune response. The elevated temperature seems to boost the production of antibodies. This adaptive mechanism suggests fever's role extends beyond immediate defense. It's also a preparatory tool, priming your immune system for future threats. Vaccines mimic pathogens, and fever responds as if to a real invasion. This response can lead to stronger long-term immunity. Fever isn't just a symptom, it's an integral part of how your body learns and adapts. A fever's role in immunity is more profound than it first appears.